Hello and welcome to SG Speechless. Today's video is the Chainsaw Hand Pickaxe combos. Let's get into this video. This video is going to be combos for the Chainsaw Hand Pickaxe, which can be found in the art shop today and under the Spooky Offers tab and can be bought in the Ash Williams pack. This pickaxe and the Ash Williams pack wasn't seen in the art shop for 723 days until it came back today. It'll cost you 1,800 V-Bucks to buy the pack. If you ever would like to use my credit code for any cosmetics in the art shop, for example, the Ash Williams pack, my credit code is SPEECH or speech. If you do decide to use it, feel free to let me know. So thank you personally. All combos will be shown off in-game at the end of the video. Make sure to keep a timestamp description, comments down below as well. If you ever do have any other video suggestions, also feel free to leave them. Any of my videos, long form or short form, always try my best to get back to you as soon as I can. The first skin just had to be Leatherface. Made perfect sense to use obviously the pickaxe with this skin. Leatherface is part of the Leatherface set introduced in Chapter 5 Season 4 and he came back in the art shop yesterday. Back bling is Mimir. Gaming Legends series back bling, part of the Oathbreaker set introduced in Chapter 2 Season 5 and is Kratos' back bling. Use it for the head design. You can also use bare brained or even the Walker's head case would work nicely. Pickaxe obviously is the Chainsaw Hand, part of the Knowby Cabin Nightmare Set introduced in Chapter 3 Season 4 and was very recently updated to basically every skin can use it instead of just obviously being tied to Ash Williams, which is awesome. The glider I'm personally using for all combos is the Chain Surfer, part of the IO Inquest set introduced in Chapter 3 Season 2's Battle Pass. Using it for the sword design. If you don't have this one, you could also use Field Wraith, the Great Scarecrow, Magnetic Steps, Scarlet Longboard, or basically anything Halloween themed or could be red or black themed would work nicely with this pickaxe. Contrail is Icon Series Pazuzu's Portal, part of the Gorilla set introduced in Chapter 6 Season 4. Probably my favourite Contrail to use recently and works nicely for the fiery design, also the Halloween as well. It goes nice with the Halloween theme of the skin, or the pickaxe I should say. The weapon wrap for this combo now is Gaming Legends series Mayhem, part of the Mayhem set introduced in Chapter 1 Season X. Works nicely for the colour scheme. I find this goes perfectly with the colour of his mask. As you said, I guess it also works nicely with his shirt, I guess his apron as well. Let's move on to combo number 2 now. I thought I'd use Doomslayer, Gaming Legends series skin, part of the Ultra Nightmare set introduced in Chapter 4 Season 1 using the Ember armour, basically black armour, but any of the other armours would work nicely. Back bling is Spectral Spine, part of the Cryptic set introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9 using the colour orange for the red and orange design. Goes nicely with the visor, also goes nicely with the weapon wrap I'm using. This is how the pickaxe looks with this skin. This pickaxe works perfectly with the Doomslayer, because I'm pretty sure in the most recent Doom game you can use a chainsaw, which works nicely. And obviously this works nicely for the chainsaw theme and colour scheme as well. Let's move on to the second weapon wrap now. It can be bought in the art shop. Magma, introduced in Chapter 1 Season X, using it for the black and orange design. Let's move on to combo number 3. Now, for the third skin, I thought I'd use Beavis. You can also use Butthead, both of them would work nicely. I'm using you can use either of those because in the episode In the Lawn and Garden, Beavis and Butthead basically play around with a chainsaw, and in the episode, Beavis ends up sawing off one of Butthead's fingers, and the Beavis and Butthead skin are both obviously part of Beavis and Butthead's set introduced in this season. I'm using a standard style. Back bling is a Clip Show Carry-All, part of the Family Guy set introduced in Chapter 5 Season 1, so obviously him and Butthead like to watch TV. You can also use a different one. For example, you could use the Trap Television, which is Billy, the puppet from Saul's Back bling. This is how the pickaxe looks with the skin. Obviously works perfectly, as I mentioned, for obviously the episode where he basically saws off, or where basically him and Butthead are playing with it, and then he saws off Butthead's finger. Works nicely, obviously, for the actual theme, or the reference to the episode, I should say. The weapon wrap works nicely for the colour scheme and also for the cartoony theme as well. Gas Gauge, part of the King of the Hills set introduced in Chapter 6 Season 3 and is Hank Hill's weapon wrap. Let's move on to combo number 4 now. Excuse me. The skin is Icon Series Slim Shady, part of the M&M set introduced in Fortnite OG, using a Shady Demon. I find this style works the best, but you can also use Ratboy Reloaded, would work nicely as well. Back bling is Mark of the Slayer, part of the Ultra Nightmare set introduced in Chapter 4 Season 1 and is Doomslayer's back bling, using it for the red design, but you can use any other red holographic back bling or fiery themed back bling at Fire Starter, would work nicely. And this is how the pickaxe looks, works nicely for the red design. Let's move on to the fourth weapon wrap now. which is Conqueror's Charge, part of the Fortnite set, introduced in Chapter 6 Season 1, and more specifically the Season 2 OG Pass. Use it for the black, the red, and also a little bit of fire once you do shoot the weapon. The actual mouth and the back of the actual dragon lights up with fire, which works nicely. Let's move on to the 5th combo now, which is Leon S. Kennedy, part of the Raccoon City Survivors set, introduced in Chapter 4 Season 2. You could also use Chris Redfield as well, basically bump into enemies in Resident Evil 4. The Leon bumps into obviously a Chainsaw Ganado and into the Chainsaw Sisters as well in the remake. I'm not sure if they're in the OG, but I know they're definitely in the remake. And in Resident Evil 5, you bump into a couple of Chainsaw Ganados. I'm not sure if they're Ganados in 5, but either way, Chainsaw enemies in Resident Evil 5. Back bling is Sheriff Stuffle, part of the Survivor in Arms set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 8. Works nicely for the gun theme. You can use Assassin Pack. Boomstick would work nicely as well. Pickaxe works nicely for the reference, obviously, to the games, mainly Resident Evil 4 and 4 Remake. Breath Wrap for this combo now, fully blacked out. Stealth Black, part of the Air Royale set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 8. Works nicely for the colour scheme, fully blacked out. Let's move on to combo number 6. Now, I thought I'd include a combo skin, backbling, and weapon wrap wise at Chapter 6 or newer. The skin is Dino Megazord, part of the Mighty Morphing set, introduced in this season. Stick with the standard style, the Dino Megazord. Backbling is Power Morpher, part of the Mighty Morphing set, introduced in Chapter 6 Season 4. And the style I'm using is Dragon Coin, and the reactivity is off. And this is the Green Ranger's Backbling. Pickaxe works nicely for the red design. Kind of looks like it goes with, obviously, the Dino Megazord. To be fair, works pretty nicely. Weapon wrap for this combo now is a Star Wars Series 1 for Mandalore, part of the Champions of Mandalore set, introduced in Chapter 6 Season MS1. Works nicely for the black and silver design. Let's move on to combo number 7 now, which is Marcus Phoenix, a Game Legend Series skin, part of the Delta 1 set, introduced in Chapter 3 Season 1 from Gears of War. You can also use Kate Diaz if you'd like to as well. The style I'm using is matte black, which is basically the Xbox Series X and S style. That's exclusive for basically playing a game or loading into your account on the obviously next gen console Series X or S. You can stick with the standard style if you'd like to as well. Backbling is Assassin Pack, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9. This works nicely for both styles for Marcus Phoenix and both styles for Kate Diaz as well. I'm using the Pickaxe Chainsaw Hand as a reference to the Lancer Chainsaw. Obviously, Lancer's chainsaw function, obviously as a reference, can be obviously used with Kate Diaz as I mentioned. Weapon wrap for this combo now, fully blacked out. Boogeyman, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9. You've got this weapon wrap for doing challenges and a John Wick Bounty LTM. Don't have this one, use any other black themed weapon wrap like Stealth Black would work nicely. Combo number 8 now. Icon Series skin, Rat Boy Reloaded, part of the M&M set, using the mask on, and this skin was introduced in Fortnite Remix. Backbling is Batman comic book cape, part of the Gotham City set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season X. Works nicely for the black design and the Batman theme as well. Pickaxe works nicely for the red, as you see here, and a little bit of black. And then the weapon wrap is Robin themed, which is this one right here, DC Series Vanishing Boy Wonder, part of the Teen Titans set, introduced in Chapter 6 Season 3's Battle Pass. Works nicely for the colour scheme and the Batman and Robin theme for the combo. Let's move on to combo number 9. Now I thought I'd use Billy, which is the puppet from Saw, part of the Peerless Puppet set, introduced in Chapter 5, Season 4. Backbling is Buzzpack, part of the IO Inquest set, introduced in Chapter 3, Season 2, using the Arctic Tack colour. Use it for the white, kind of looks like a trap that would be in the Saw movie. Pickaxe works nicely for the red. Let's move on to weapon wrap now for this combo, which is Jujutsu Kaisen Emblem, part of the Jujutsu Kaisen set, introduced in Chapter 4, Season 3. Works nice with the black and red. And as you see the spirals on his cheek, the actual Jujutsu Kaisen Emblem kind of looks like on the cheek as well. Let's move on to the final combo now, which is Mecha Godzilla, part of the Monarch's Titan set, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1. Now stick with the reactivity on. Backbling is Moab, part of the War Machine set, introduced in Chapter 5, Season 4. Stick with the standard style of the black, silver, and grey and red design. Pickaxe works nice for the skin, looks a bit bigger. As you see, it looks pretty huge. I thought I'd use it. Obviously, I wasn't sure what skin to use, but I found it does look pretty nice. I'm not sure how it looks in game. Obviously, once I do showcase it at the end, which we'll see how it looks. And the final web wrap now is Sigil Red, part of the Honor Shining set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 3's Battle Pass. Works nicely for the silver, black and red design. That's all the pickaxe combos done for the Chainsaw Hand pickaxe. This pickaxe and all the whole Ash Williams pack leaves the art shop on the 12th of October. You got a little while to decide if you want any of the, obviously you want the pack because you can't buy it separately. If you ever do have any other video suggestions, always feel free to leave them in any of my videos, long form or short form, or try my best to get back to you as soon as I can. But anyways, that's pretty decent.